Hey everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. So today, I was out here, I've been cleaning. I just been cleaning up around like our little tool shed needed some cleaning because there was just a bunch of stuff just misplaced. And then I've been meaning to clean up this little shed, you guys. I just been throwing stuff in here. Not really, look at this. Look at that. What a hot mess. So I definitely need to clean up this little area. And then I have a bunch of plants that I still, Christmas trees, you guys, that I've been moving around, and I noticed some of them need to be in your pots. So I have been taking care of that as well. It's just everything's a hot mess. Yeah, and then I found some more gladiola bulbs, so I'm going to put that in there. But first, I have some dough, and I am going to make some bagels. And I figure, since the last video, I thought since yesterday I made that decision, I'm going to do one video a day. I thought, you know what, why not? I'm going to do a video and show you how I make some bagels. And so this is the first time I'm going to be doing this type of bagel. So I have some fenugreek right here. So let me show you. I have it right over here on the other side of the cottage. So it is right here. You see that? Sorry for the mess, guys. So it's right here, some fenugreek, and I guess you could harvest it when it's younger. So I just came out here and, pulled off some of it, cut some back, and then I'm going to take it in the house and I'm going to show you how I make my bagels. And so I started the dough last night around 8 o'clock, and the recipe that I use is, let's see, 250 grams of sourdough starter, along with 1 tablespoon of salt, 2.5 cups of water, and between 7 to 8 cups of flour. It just depends. I usually have it mix until nothing is stuck onto the sides, and that is my method. That has been my go-to. That's what's worked for me. So everyone just has their own method, but that has been my method, and that's been my recipe, just a regular sourdough recipe. I don't do anything fancy. In the very beginning, I did put some butter and I did put some honey just to kind of sweeten it up, but we don't even need that. It's so delicious. And fresh homemade bagels are the best. Look at that, you guys. So pretty. I am going to show you a little cleanup because I do need to keep cleaning and stuff like that. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and show you this little bagel thing. And now my house might be a mess. I've been cleaning up inside too. We have a bunch of stuff that I want to donate, like go to Goodwill, and there's a bunch of stuff that I need to put in storage. So let me go ahead and go inside and show you what we have going. Okay, so John's over here working on Berry Fest. So we're gonna come in here and let me grab a little. I usually don't film the inside of the house. I'm usually outside or at work. So I'm gonna grab one of these little coliners and we're gonna put that fenugreek in there. Now I heard that fenugreek has a lot of different types of vitamins and things like that. So we're just gonna rinse it off really fast, and I'm gonna chop it up and make it nice and thin. I've never done this before, but I have had it in some flatbread, some like Indian flatbread, and that was so delicious. So that's what we're gonna do. Now I started my dough right over here, and I'm going to, looking so good. And I'm just gonna wipe down the counter really fast. My house is a mess. Don't mind the mess. Okay, guys, this is like real life stuff. All right, I'm welcoming you into my home. I usually don't do that. And yeah, but I figure I'm gonna do a video a day. I'm probably gonna take like 2 days off. I might film something just so I can have something, to have as a backup. But I'm gonna do it, you guys. I'm gonna do it. All right. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to get an apron. I'm going to wipe down the counter, wash our hands, all that stuff, and let's just get started. right, so first I'm going to go ahead, now that I have everything cleaned up, have a nice little apron on, and cleaned up the counter. All I did was use some soap and water, wash it down, dried it off, and now I'm going to go ahead and chop up the fenugreek until it's super tiny, like little bits, and then I'm going to incorporate it into the bagels. So I'm probably going to do maybe 6 of those. I don't know, how many fenugreek bagels would you like? 6? Should I do 6 of those, or maybe 3, 4?
I only want one, so however many you want.
All right, so maybe we'll just do 2 just to see if they're good. And then all the other bagels, I'm going to do an everything bagel, everything seasoning bagel. And those are so delicious. All right, so first we're going to chop this up and then roll out the dough and boil it and get all that stuff. So now I have my pot already on the stove with some water. So I'm going to start heating it up and get it ready to go. And now let's just go ahead and start chopping up the fenugreek. All right, well, I was mincing the fenugreek and I totally forgot to hit record. So I minced it up really good. Do you see that? And now we're going to go ahead and roll out our dough and form our bagels. So let me show you how we do that. All right, so here is our dough. So now I'm going to go ahead and put a little flour on the counter, and then I'm going to remove it, roll it. I'm going to put it on these trays. Let me show you. With parchment paper. So I'm going to place the bagels on these trays with the parchment paper. Then we're going to boil them. And so it says to boil, the recipe that I've been following, it says to boil for 1 minute on one side, another minute on the other side. I've done both. I mean, it's boiling in the water. So there's water surrounding the whole entire bagel. Do I think it's necessary? I don't know, but I do it anyways. Just, I don't want to mess up. Okay, that's what the recipe says. That's what I'm doing. All right, so first, let me go grab some flour, and then I'm going to sprinkle it on, roll out the dough, put all the fenugreek in the ones that I want. Probably going to do like 2 or 3 of them, and because we might like it. Maybe just 4, even 4. That'd be safe. All right, so here we have our flour. I'm going to sprinkle that on the counter. Let's see. I like to use these 2 items as one to scrape out the dough from the container. Look how good that looks. Look at that, you guys. This is so exciting. And I just started making bagels. I just made another batch just the other day. And I thought, oh my goodness, they are so good. And I feel like they're so easy. And I think everyone can make them. All right, we're going to scrape out the rest of this dough. Let me fix this microphone really fast. All right, there we go. Hope that's better. Okay, so I'm going to scrape the rest of the dough. And I know, I mean, I've always had the KitchenAid, so I never had to do the dough by hand, like actually, knead it. So I just do it the one time at night, and I sit on the counter and I let it rise overnight. And then sometime in the morning time, like right now, not really morning time anymore, more like afternoon. Our house is kind of cold, but it's perfect. It's perfect. And I just know, now that I've been making bread for a while, I just know exactly how long it's supposed to sit out. You can just tell. All right, so first we're going to cut our little sections. I feel like that might be kind of big. So we're going to make that right in half. And then just kind of roll it up. Wait 1 minute. Let me put a little flour on my hands. I'm going to roll it up into a little ball. And you can this is where you kind of fold it like this. You can make it into a little ball, just like that. And put it right there. And so we're going to make a few of those. So depending on however many bagels you want, that's how many little rolls you make. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And we're just going to make a bunch of little rolls. I'm done rolling out the little doughs. So I'm going to transfer them onto some parchment paper, and then we're going to boil them for 2 minutes, place them back onto the parchment paper, and then we're going to go ahead and do all our sprinkling and seasoning. But first we're going to do the little circles and the little, make the little holes. All right, so let's just get started on that. All right, so now that we're done rolling out all the little bagels and forming them into little bagels, now we're going to go ahead and boil them into our little pot. I did turn down the heat when I came over and grabbed some flour. So here's our little pot. We're going to turn it up onto high. We're going to get it to a nice boil. We're going to dip the little bagels right there into the hot boiling water, and we're going to boil them for 2 minutes. I'm going to flip them, one on each side, 1 minute on each side, whether that matters or not. That's how I've been doing it, and I don't want to mess it up because they've been turning out fantastic ever since I've been doing it that way. All right, so I'm going to show you how I do that. And then once I put them all in there, I just put them back onto the parchment paper that I took them off of. And then from there, I sprinkle on the seasoning, and that's pretty much it. So let's just get started on this. All right, so these are the tools that I use. Any kind of wooden spoon and this thing. This you can find at any Asian market. I love it. I use it for everything. I use it for egg rolls. I use it for scooping. Oh, look at that. It's huge. I love it. And I remember when I bought it, it was so long ago, but I've had it forever. Asian market. All right, so the water is coming to a boil. Let me show you. There you go. Do you see that? Coming to a boil. All right, so I want to show you how I put the bagels in, but I need Johnny's help to show you. So he's going to come and assist me. Let's go. All right, so recording. Okay, so now we're going to take the bagels, and I like to put it kind of low. I don't like to put it on super, super high because we don't really want to cook it. So I wanted to go ahead and dip it in just like that. And I could use a bigger pot, but I didn't. All right, so then I just kind of float them around a little bit. I don't let them stick to the bottom. And I just watch the time for 1 minute on one side and 1 minute on the other side. And this makes them so moist, you guys. Okay, there's 1 minute. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip them over. You catch that, babe? See me flipping them over? Just like that. Okay. So I'm just going to flip them over. I have the temperature kind of on medium high. Now I'm waiting for another minute. And once that minute happens, then I pull them out and I put them on the parchment paper. And that's pretty much it. So now we're going to do this. This minute feels like forever. Now to take them out. So here we go. What I do is I tap it a little bit and set it right onto the parchment paper. Just like that. See, look how nice this thing is. You can get 2 of them at the same time. Granted, one of them is smaller. All right, so now we're going to grab these. I'm just going to go ahead and dip it in. All right, don't let it stick to the bottom. And move it around. And usually, I feel when it's ready to be flipped, it floats up to the top. Look at that. Looking so good, you guys. All right, so we're going to do this method to all of them. And then afterwards, I'll show you what it looks like when we put the seasoning on. So while this last batch is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and start the oven to 400 degrees. And then and just cook them for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees. And I usually wait until the top is a little bit of a golden brown and the underneath is a nice golden brown. And they are so delicious, you guys. So these are almost finished to take out. And then I'm going to show you what seasoning I use and how I do. All right, so this is the last of the bagels. Oh, actually, no, it's not the last of the bagels. You guys, I have these three too. Shoot, okay. So let's just get this one started, and then I'll pop them in the oven, and we'll get the other ones. So here's the other batch. So we're just gonna go ahead and put them on here, and then I'm gonna put some everything seasoning bagel on the ones that don't have the fenugreek. All right, so let me grab that. All right, so this is the seasoning bagel that I like to use, the everything seasoning bagel, and I'll show you. So on here, I'll show you how I do. I don't put that much because it's kind of salty. So I shake it up, and you just sprinkle a little bit on. Okay, here's the other one. And you can put whatever you want. If you want to put, I haven't tried very much. This is the first time I've done the fenugreek, so I'm excited to see how that's going to taste. But I know you could do anything. You could put whatever you see at Noah's Bagels or any bagel shop. I'm sure you could do the same thing. Obviously, you could do the same thing with these. All right, so there you have it. Now I'm just going to wait for the oven to heat up, and I'm going to cook these other three bagels. And so we'll have 3 extra bagels, which is good. I'm excited because the last time I cooked bagels, everything went so fast. The bagels went so fast. So let me go ahead and start this oven back up again. All right, get that water boiling. Wait for the oven to heat up, and then pop those bagels in there, and then we'll go from there. All right, the bagels are now finished, so we're going to go ahead and pop those out to show you how they look. Gotta let the steam get out first before it burns your face. So now what I want to do is I want to take a look and see if that underneath, no, it still needs to go a little bit longer. And yes, they are hot, so we're going to let them go for a little bit longer. So they're in there for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees, so we're going to go ahead and let them cook for another 5 minutes until the bottom and the top are a little bit golden brown. In the meantime, I cleaned up my mess. I washed all the dishes and things like that. And now we're just going to go ahead and wait for those to finish so that we can pop that other set of bagels, those 3 bagels, into the oven. All right, it looks like they're almost ready. So let's take a peek. See how they're looking. Oh, they're looking way better. See that? Looking way better. Yeah, see, they're just a little bit more on the browner side. Lift it up a little bit. Nope, they're still not that brown at the bottom, but turn off this timer really fast. Well, let's go ahead and look at the bottom ones and see how those turn out. Let's see. Well, these are a little better. See, they're a little bit on the brown side. That looks a little better. Ooh, I think I'm going to take them out now. They feel like they might be done. I left them in there 400 degrees for now 25 minutes. And I feel like these are nice and toasty. Yeah, they're ready to come out. So now we're going to go ahead and take these out. Here, look how good those look. Guys, homemade bagels. How can you resist? They're so delicious. All right, so we're going to take this one out right here. How exciting. And it smells so good. Everything smells so good. All right, so now we have our last batch of bagels. We're going to go ahead and pop that in there, just like that. And then I just seasoned my cast iron pan, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that in there as well. All right. And I use avocado oil to season my cast iron pan. Okay, so there we have it. So we're going to put that one on for 25 minutes. All right, now we're gonna go outside and I'm gonna go grab some spinach because I'm gonna make a fried egg sandwich and I'm gonna place some spinach over the top of it. So let's run outside real fast and go grab that spinach. But before we do that, we're gonna take these bagels off of the parchment paper. We're just gonna take them just like that. Just take them right off the pan and put them right onto the parchment paper. Man, you guys, this fenugreek smells delightful. All right, see, just like that. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. Doesn't get any easier than that. And I like to clean as I go, so that way the mess is, easier to handle. I should take these earbuds out. All right, so now let's run outside and go and grab that spinach. All right, I figure I'd take you out to the garden to go grab that spinach. So this is gonna be so delicious. It's so fun to be able to come out to the garden and just harvest your food. Like just to make the bagels, get the egg from the chicken coop. I mean, I already collected the eggs, but we could do that. We could go collect eggs, make it like super fresh. So much fun, you guys. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go right over here, grab some of these baby greens. We don't need that many. It's just John and I that are gonna put the spinach on our plate. So, and I did harvest some spinach last night, but nothing like coming out here and getting some fresh greens. So much fun. Just like that, just that many. And if we want more, I have some more in the house as well that I harvested yesterday. Oopsie daisy. Okay. All right, now we're gonna run back inside, slice up that bagel, fry an egg, and then show you how it looks after, during, or I don't know, we'll see. So let's go run inside real fast. I guess John just couldn't wait. It was harvest season spinach.
It's the fennel one, and I put feta and walnut in it. It's so good.
You guys, that fenugreek. I don't know if I have it all in my mouth.
Yeah, fenugreek.
It's so good. So good. My goodness. Who would have thought?
Me?
I would have never thought putting feta cheese and walnuts on a bagel. But it's so good. Yeah, that fenugreek is so good. All right, so we're going to go and fry an egg. Put it on the bagel. Have an egg bagel sandwich. All right, so we have our spinach rinsed off. We have our egg. And John is going to fry me up the egg because I'm not really good at frying eggs. I'm getting better at it. Once you know how to make bagels, you never want to go back to the store-bought ones or any kind of bought bagels. So thank you so much. Sorry, my mouth is full. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in my home. And hopefully you enjoy this video. Take care, be safe, and hopefully you make some bagels of your own. All right, bye-bye.